Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I am Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com, and welcome to the update on Christmas Day. Going to talk a little Wednesday night college baskets, Nebraska and Oregon State coming up on this report. I didn't play that lone college football bowl game yesterday, but we did play a pair of games on Monday. We went 2-0, so we'll look to stay hot on a Wednesday. I do have two plays. They're both rated 4 units. It's NFL and NBA. Football run 51-36, 59% going back to mid-September. The NBA run kicked it in towards the end of November. Since November 26th, we're 63% against the spread in pro basket. So we'll look to continue the winning ways and cash both of those plays on a Wednesday. A couple of quick notes before I jump into today's free play. I do have my third 8-unit play of the college football season will be going on this week's card, which is released on Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and goes through next Wednesday. And I have an 8-unit play in the college football playoffs that'll be coming up next week that will be available Thursday, tomorrow, again, after 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're 2-0 with these plays so far. College football bowls and playoffs 3-1. We swept on Saturday, and 27-13 now going back a couple of years over at DocSports.com. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that on Thursday's report, which will be available late Wednesday night, overnight into Thursday, with another comp play from Thursday's card. All right, so let's get to it. Let's talk a little college basketball on Christmas night. We got Nebraska laying 4 to Oregon State in Oahu, and let's see, this game goes at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time at Stan Sheriff Center. I recommend laying the points with Nebraska here, laying the 2 buckets. Fred Hoiberg has turned this Husker program around. They're competitive the last couple of seasons. They've only had one clunker this season. That came against Michigan State a couple of weeks ago, but they've been playing well. Bryce Williams can be impossible for some teams to defend. I mean, he goes up against Hawaii the other night, and he scores over 30 points for the second time this season, and UH had no real answer for Bryce Williams and what he can do. He hit 32 the other night. There's also some depth. 6 Huskers average between about 7.5 and a little over 19 points per game. High score there, of course, Bryce Williams. They've got 5 players who average at least 4 rebounds per game, and then Williams and Worcester can create for their teammates. They're both good at dishing out the basketball, dishing out potential shots, and Nebraska's been making those shots more often than not. Oregon State has won 6 in a row. They're 10-2 on the season, but that schedule has been Charmin soft. I mean, just check it out. The difficulty or the strength of schedule for Oregon State so far this year is outside the top 300. I think that catches up with them a bit here, besides the fact that Nebraska does have decent depth and great coaching from Hoiberg. And one final note, the Huskers force turnovers. Oregon State can have problems hanging on to the basketball at times, and I think that'll be a bit of a difference maker in this game too. So Nebraska minus the points is the comp play. And one more note, a programming note, that NFL show that I do with Indian Cowboy, we will release that late Thursday night, early Friday morning, and we'll talk about every single pro football game for this weekend right through Monday. So you can check that out. Again, late Wednesday night, early Thursday. I'll talk a little bit more about that and when you can watch it on my next free play video. All right. Hey, let's put them in the win column, everybody. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Have a great Christmas day. We'll talk to you Thursday morning.